I have in this box here a product which is a HDMI over a single CAT5 sender. Okay, so let's look at the component parts that come inside it. It comes in this box here. We have a user manual. We have two power units. The output on the power units is 5 volts and 2 amps. And then we have a transmitter unit marked TX and a receiver unit marked RX. Okay, so let's look at the input and output ports on it. On the transmitter side, we have an input which is a HDMI input. So for instance, if you had something like a HDMI lead here, we'd insert it here. So the situation here is what we'd be able to do is we'd have a satellite receiver here and we want to send a picture coming from the HDMI output to a television maybe that's 30 meters away. And we want to send it to that location via a single CAT5 cable. Now traditionally this has taken two 5-cat cables to do this, but now with this new development you can do it over a single CAT5 cable. So what I would do then is I need to power this up. So I'll add on my power unit, which I'll push in here, and then I'll send the signal from the transmitter through this Ethernet port here, which simply gives an output here. So this is the transmitter end fully wired up here now. And on the receiver end, we need to do it exactly in reverse. We take the signal in on the CAT5 cable. We power it up using a power unit here. And then we have the output part here, which in this case is a HDMI. And what we do is we simply insert it like this. And then we would connect this directly to our televisions. So let's look at the advantages of this. First advantage on it is that we can now run signal over a long distance on a single CAT5 cable. You will generally find that houses are pre-wired with CAT5. They have a single CAT5 cable, but very rarely two. So this means that it'll often work on a pre-existing pre-wired house. That's the first advantage. The second thing is that it works extremely well. We can get good long runs on this. So we've tested it and it works extremely well. Certainly in all domestic type setups, this is a pretty ideal solution. The limitation of it is that you cannot remotely control the set-top box from the television. So you're able to look at the picture in the second room, but if you make a decision that you'd like to change channel on your set-top box or your Blu-ray DVD player, you can't do it remotely. Now what you would need to do if you wanted a situation where you wanted to both view and control remotely is go for a product like this one, which I'm just going to briefly overview, which is another version that does exactly the same job, but in this situation it does it over two CAT5 cables, and also there's an IR sender here so you can remotely control it. Okay, now this is generally a more expensive unit than this unit here for that reason, because there's the IR control unit on all the rest of it. One of the advantages also that I meant to mention on this here is that with this one here there's power units on both ends. Normally on the transmitter end, normally on this type of version here, there'll only be a single power unit on it. With this one, there's power units on both ends, and I find it actually just increases the distance longer on this one than what we can achieve on the other units. So that's one thing I've just noted myself. So that's it anyway, an overview of HDMI over a single CAT5 cable.